For angle C is going to be equal to 180 minus angle, better boot that up, angle B plus angle A. And we have to add those together. Okay, so this will be up in a second. And this will be equal to 180 minus the sum of the two angles is 110. So angle C is equal to 70 degrees. Over here, angle E is equal to 180 minus the sum of the other two angles, which is 35 plus 70, which is equal to 180 minus 105, which is equal to 75 degrees. So this is 70, this is 75, and angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F. So therefore, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Now in this one we have to set up proportions, and if we look at the corresponding sides, okay, this side corresponds to this side, and this side corresponds to this side. So the proportion we can set up is 3 over A is equal to 5 over 15. We cross multiply, so that's going to be 5A is equal to 3 times 15, 45. Which is 45. We have to divide both sides by 5, so A equals 9. All right, next one. If we take a look at this side, it corresponds to this side. The 20 corresponds to the 12. And the side that is labeled 15 corresponds to the side that is labeled B. So we set up our proportion. So 12 over 20, and this time I'm putting the second triangle numbers on top, is equal to, since the smaller triangle is the measurements put on top, I have to do the same thing in the second ratio, so that's going to be B over 15. We cross multiply again. 20 times B is 20B, and 12 times 15 is going to be 180. We divide both sides by 20, and we get B is equal to 9. And we don't know the units. For this one, the side that's labeled 5 in the small triangle corresponds to the side that's labeled 15 in the larger triangle. And the side that's labeled 4 in the smaller triangle corresponds to the side that's labeled D in the larger triangle. So this then will be, so 5 over 15 is equal to 4 over D. Cross multiply again, so this will be 5D is equal to 15 times 4 is 60. Divide both sides by 5, and this is where some people made an error, so make sure you use your calculator here. D equals 12. Okay. Okay. Now, in this question, we have to find the height of the tower. So this is going to be H, and it's going to be how tall, the distance from the top to the bottom of that tower. And so we'll put on our labels here. We'll actually color coordinate our sides here. So here's the building height, and that corresponds to the 1 meter in our smaller triangle. And this is just like the questions with the shadow. And the shadow corresponds to the shadow of the smaller one. So we can write our proportions then. So 1 over H is equal to 0.2 over 8. Cross multiply, we get 0.2H is equal to 1 times 8 is 8. We have to divide both sides by 0.2. And we get H is equal to 40. And you need to have the units in there because we're told that these are meters. So it's meters. So therefore, oops, the tower is 40 meters tall. All right, in this one we have two similar triangles contained within one another. And if I draw the two triangles separately, so this is more or less what they look like. So we'll say this is the larger one, there's our smaller one. And we'll put on our labels here. So in this one it's 9. And on this one it's 3. The smaller one it's 4. And the larger one, that's what we're trying to find out. This is side QT. And that's what we're trying to determine here. So the 9 corresponds to the 3, and the QT, side QT corresponds to the 4. And since this is opposite side P, we could also call it small p. And we'll set up our proportion here. So it's 9 over 3 is equal to side QT over 4. Cross multiply, 3 times QT is equal to 36. We divide both sides by 3, and we get side QT is equal to 12, and the units will be centimeters. So if the distance from here to here is 12 centimeters, and the distance from here to here is 4 centimeters, side ST, then QS is equal to QT minus ST, which is 12 minus 12 minus 8. 12 minus 4, which is 8. So the distance from Q to S is 8 centimeters. And the distance from Q to T is 12 centimeters. Now this question caused people a little bit of problem, but you had to go by the diagram. She's standing 7 meters in front of the tree, so this is 7 meters. Okay, her shadow is 1.8 meters long. We're told that she is 1.3 meters tall, and so our right triangle or our triangles. Here's the height of the tree, and that's what we're trying to find. And here's the height of Tanya. And the whole distance from here to here is 1.8, and the 8.8, and the distance from here is 1.8. So this is similar to the last question. So we can write our, and the total distance, so this is 8.8, that's the length of the tree shadow total. So we can write 1.3 to, and this is the height of the tree, so we can say that's h, is equal to 1.8 over 8.8. We cross multiply. 1.8 h is equal to 1.3 times 8.8. We then divide both sides by 1.8. And we get h is equal to, pull up our calculator. So it's 1.3 times 8.8. And it'll be divided by 1.8. And so if we round to 1 decimal place, so it's approximately equal to 6.4 meters. Okay, make sure you write a concluding statement. So therefore, the tree is 6.4 meters tall.